Hello guys, this is eGamer, and today I'm going to show you a mod called PymTech. And basically, in this mod, you can shrink as Ant-Man, shoot lasers as a Wasp, and even fly as the Wasp. And yes, you have shrink discs that you can use, shrink discs and grow discs to actually switch the sizes of different mobs, such as the villager. Let's shrink this villager. He looks so little. He's so little. Alright, now let's bring him back to original size. We're not going to be criminals. And yes, indeed, there are multiple tiers to the suit, but it's just the limited abilities that Ant-Man can use in these tiers. Like in the first tier, he can only shrink, I'm pretty sure. In the second tier, he can only grow. In fact, let's see. Wait, what? It says that they're all the same, but I'm pretty sure you can only grow in the first tier. That's what the system did when I tried doing that. So I'm pretty sure it's just says all the general abilities because it's all the same, but in reality it's not the same. And then there's the Wasp, and yes, there is an energy blast and flight, like I told you, and there are these shrink discs and a regulator, which you can open right over here, if you press B. So as you can see in the left upper corner of the screen, you can see all of the abilities I can do. So as Ant-Man for now. So for X, I can just take off my helmet, put it back on. Then for C, I can shrink. I can shrink. Can I shrink? Oh, oops, I forgot to put the regulator back in. Yep, so press B and then put the regulator back in, because without anything in that slot, you can't do anything at all. If you put a shrink disc inside that slot, you can only shrink, and if you put a grow disc inside that slot, you can only grow. Like, it doesn't even work. So, yes, for the C button, yes, you can shrink, and it's amazing. Like, I love it. I love how you can just shrink and hide in the grass, in the seeds, and nobody will be able to find you. This is, like, a legit amazing mod for hide and seek. Because, like, literally, it's amazing. Alright, let's grow back to our original size, and then if we press V, at least you can always change these buttons. You can grow, and that's very amazing too. But don't do it for too long, otherwise there's this weird glitch where your character just falls onto the side and glitches, and then you basically die and respawn in another place. And then B we've already looked at, and N is basically just a way to shrink your suit and put all of the armor pieces in one. And then you can put it on. See? It's very compatible, and it's really cool. So now let's move on to the other suit, the Wasp. Bam! Here we are with the Wasp, and now I forgot to tell you how to set up the keys, like the functions for different keys. Like the keys stay the same, like X, C, V, B, and N, but their functions change. So you just have to put Shift, and then you just have to scroll. And as you can see in the upper left-hand corner of my screen, the functions change, like the pictures change. And let's actually talk about what you can do. So as the Wasp, you can shrink, then you can grow, but except that when you use the Wasp, you can't actually shrink to a bigger size like Ant-Man can do. You can only shrink and just grow to your normal size, but you can't really grow up to like the huge size that Ant-Man had. Then you can, of course, open B and put like something in here. What if I try to put the grow disc in here? I'm just curious. No, I can't. Then it's basically the same thing as nothing in here. And then if you put the regulator here, then you can still only shrink and then grow back to your original size, but you can't grow to the giant size. And then for N, you can just have your shrunken suit right here. You can put it on, and then for one of the coolest things you can do in here, you have an energy blast. Yes, an energy blast. You can shoot it straight out of your eyes. Bam! And it's amazing. Like, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner of my screen, X is the button for, like, what looks like, I don't know, a very stretched out marshmallow with a green bar below it, but that really is an energy blast. I'm pretty sure you can use it to, yes, you can hurt people with it, and it recharges. As you can see, like, the green bar turns dark, and then it recharges. And it's really cool, really. You can, like, it's like a Wasp sting, exactly. And at last, the final thing that you can do is light. But that will be in part 2. So I'm so sorry, but that will be in part 2 because I can't really explain everything in one video because honestly I wanted this to be a multiple parts section. So just to troll you guys, no, I'm joking. I'm just gonna have that in part 2. But you know what? At least you'll actually learn how to fly like that, and you'll learn how to use the shrink disc and the grow disc. Although I think it's pretty obvious, but you'll just have to wait, I guess. And also, I forgot to tell you, so all of these little doodickies, like all of these little items, are used to craft the Ant-Man costumes and the Wasp costumes too. So like the shrink size coil, the growth size coil, and all of these other things. Antennas. And there's also a bucket for shrink pin particles and grow pin particles, which, okay, let's set the time to set 0. Yes. Wait, what? Time set 0. Okay, we set the time to 0, and I'm pretty sure these buckets are used for the structure shrinker, which you can use to how do I put this? You can shrink an area and you can transport it to like different places. Like it's a very interesting thing, and let me prove it to you that you can put these in here. I think you can only put the shrink one in here for now because that's when you're gonna shrink it. And then there's even a bounding box, so I think you can change the area. Oh yes, you can. Oh my god, interesting. Whoa, this is actually haven't looked at this. Like I actually haven't looked at this. I mean, I'm pretty sure of the general idea of how you're supposed to do this, but honestly, I'm gonna show this in part 2 because this is way too much of a spoiler. So like, this is it for part 1, guys. And if you like this video, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to ring the bell so that you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And this was eGamer with you. Thank you for watching, guys. And goodbye. I'll see you in part 2. And I really hope you like these episodes because this mod is truly amazing. Oops. I wanted to take my helmet off. Alright, bye guys.